Good morning, it's Paul here. Well, I wanted to talk about habits today, and I wanted to make it very simple. I wanted to talk about good habits. Now, good habits are a lot better than bad habits, and I suppose our interpretation of what a good habit or a bad habit is quite important. I think my interpretation is a good habit always leads us to our better selves, our healthier selves, our smarter selves, our happier selves, our more loving self, our greater self. So if we've got habits that lead us to be our best self, then I think we're on the right track of keeping those habits. And maybe if we have habits that take us away from being our best self, be it our healthier selves, our smarter selves, our more loving self, our more productive self, then maybe we should look at how we actually reintroduce or change them out for more constructive, better habits. And I went to the gym today, and one of my good habits that I've developed is keeping fit, health and exercise and nutrition. And I go to the gym twice a week, get up at 4:30, and I've created a habit around that. I try and train 4 times a week, and the purpose for my training is to keep myself healthy, feel better, have more capacity for work, love and play. I've got 3 boys, and I want to be active with them as long as I can. I want to travel the world, go on lots of trips with my wife, so I want to be able to go anywhere I want, not have any ailments or any restrictions around that. So health and fitness is a key value for me, so I've created good habits around this area. Now, what I'm suggesting is think about some of the habits that you do on a daily basis and start to ask yourself the question, are they sustainable? Are they good? Are they leading me to where I want to go? Are they helping me have a better life? Now, we're not robots, and I know sometimes we just don't want to have any good habits and we just want to just chill out, and that's cool. But what I'm saying to you is start with the simple things. For example, I used to have 3 coffees a day. Now, I've replaced one of those coffees with a juice in the morning, so I start my day with a really healthy juice, vegetable, fruit, and I find that is a great habit that I've introduced. I also look at where I can walk more every day. So, i.e., if I'm parking the car, I'll park it a bit further. I'll give myself opportunity to walk instead of driving everywhere. So I look at opportunities to not only think about certain little things that I could do that will help certain areas for me, but also at the night before I go to work, I pack my lunch. So I'll either have what leftovers are over, or I'll make a nice healthy lunch, fruit, veggies, and can of tuna. So when I wake up in the morning, ready to go to work, I don't have to buy lunch. And so the habit of bringing lunch in, not only is it healthier for me, but it's also financially better for me. So in that year, I could potentially save up enough to go on an overseas holiday, for example. So good habits are what I call like good standards, and they're disciplines and create better, I suppose, a better outcome for you. So areas that you could start to think about to create good habits is around your family, your work, and life in general. A small idea would be, do I leave home in the morning? Do I hug my children and my wife? Do I look them in the eye, tell them I love them, and go to work? Or do I just run out of the house in chaos, always running late, and not really say goodbye to them or acknowledge them? Being loving and acknowledging all your loved ones are small little things and small habits to introduce. And we know we love them, but to express that love in small, simple ways is so important and also so powerful, over time. So introducing small little habits, is very important. So I would sort of challenge you this week to think about some good habits or some small habits you could start to introduce. A juice in the morning instead of a coffee, parking a car further away so you can walk a little bit more each day. Telling all your loved ones every day that you love them and giving them that extra hug, looking them in the eye. Picking up a book in the morning before you actually go crazy, waking up half an hour extra to do some reading. Whatever it is, good habits lead to bigger things. Small steps lead to bigger things. So start with small steps. and maybe take away some of the habits you don't like and introduce new ones to replace them. And when you do that, your standards are increased and your excellence levels, your disciplines. And all of a sudden, you become a better version of yourself. You're showing up more consistently, more powerfully, more lovingly, actually so much more happier. So take it on board, look for 3 things you want to introduce 3 good new habits, and I'd love to know how you're going with that. But small steps lead to bigger steps. Have a great week.